UFC super fan. We are doing another UFC Fan Expo video. The last 12 or so have been all positive, fun experiences. This one is going to be a bit different. We are talking about the top 3 grumpiest people at the UFC Fan Expo. And we're talking about fighters, personalities, just anyone that we've met that, you know, didn't really want to be there, just a little bit grumpy and whatnot. But anyways, I do also want to say that everyone that we are talking about showed up to the Fan Expo. And if you look at the people that showed up here, at least on the UFC sponsored autographs, there's not many. There's 16 on this side, another 12, and you have some ring girls. That's around, what, 40 people total? Then you had some others. There was probably only around 70 to 80 different UFC fighters or personalities there. The rest would not be caught dead showing up to this, whether they're busy or just they don't really care about coming to these types of events. So I do want to say that the people that were, you know, complaining about a little bit, they at least showed up to meet and greet with the fans. But anyways, let's get to it. Number 3 top grumpiest person at the UFC Fan Expo was Forrest Griffin. Now, before I jump into this, let me first say that Forrest is one of my most favorite fighters out there. I just hold him in such high regard in that, you know, he wasn't the strongest, wasn't the fastest, wasn't the biggest, but he will out-heart you. He will put more desire and will to win, and that really won me over as a fan. Now, meeting him in person, this is not my first time. I met him at the 2009 UFC Fan Expo, and I had a similar experience where it wasn't super positive, but I didn't really think anything of it just because it was my first time. Now meeting him again, I see that nothing really has changed. Now, I met him at the Golden Nugget Hotel, the 6 to 8 p.m. fan signing. He was signing with Mighty Mouse and with Brittney Palmer, who no-showed. But like I said, at least Forrest showed up. Now, it was late in the day. He's probably been signing autographs and taking pictures all day. He's tired. But you could tell that he wanted to be any place but at the Golden Nugget signing autographs. I was middle in line, and I could still hear some conversations he was having with people, and basically what he was saying was, he was just like, give me some names, and he was just signing autographs and just, you know, next, that type of thing. And I overheard him talking to one of the event people that if he could be any place else, he wished he could be. That is his signature right there, that little Forrest. It looks like a little kid, but he's very consistent with it. I also got it signed with that guy, the gold Sharpie, and it did come out very, very nice. As you can see, 2014 International Fight Week. I'm still happy to get his autograph and everything. I did get it from one of my friends, and I still am a big fan of him, but still definitely did not want to be there. And I've also heard a lot of similar comments from other people, but I just wanted to share that with you guys, just so you can see kind of the full experience. Number 2 most grumpiest person at the UFC Fan Expo is none other than Liz Carmouche. I'm going to get a zoom in on this so you guys can see it. I met Liz on Saturday at the UFC Fan Expo. This was right here at the Torque booth. At the end of the day, 3 to 5. I was actually pretty late in the line. I think I was in line around 4:30. and I met her right around 4:45. So remember on my tips video I said make sure you guys stay late because that's when the lines are shortest, and no joke, that's when the lines are the shortest. I only waited 10 to 15 minutes for Liz. Now, the reason why I say Liz is one of the grumpier people at the Fan Expo was kind of just the personality and the energy that she gave off. So meeting her, first off, she doesn't shake hands. She fist bumps, which is perfectly fine with me. I probably wouldn't want to shake hands with 300 people who's sweaty and been shaking hands with everyone else. That's just, pink eye or flu waiting to happen. She ran out of promos, which was fine because I had some cards that she could sign. But she just seemed grumpy, and I told her I was such a big fan of hers when she fought Ronda Rousey, and I was hoping for her, and I wish she got that neck crank and rear naked choke finished on Ronda. But I'm sure she's heard it 1,000 times. But anyways, so she signed the autograph. She has this cool little signature. I don't know if you guys can see it or have seen Liz's signature before, but it is in Japanese, I believe. And that's her name. She signs it all like that. So you guys can see it there. I did ask her for a picture, and then she kind of grumbled, and which, I take it she probably didn't want to take any more pictures after a long day, but and that's why I say she was kind of grumpy. And I get it, she's tired, it's been a long day, but at the same time, you're at the Fan Expo, people want to meet you, people want to talk to you and take pictures with you, and that's why you're there. You're there to gain fans and gain support and become more popular, but she was just not super pleasant. And I get it, I'm an older guy, I'm in my 30s, I'm not a little kid, and I know she's really great to little kids and will do anything for them, but at least to the other fans, the adult male fans, myself included, she was not super pleasant. So anyways, that's number 2. I'm still a big fan of Liz. I wish her the best, and she's definitely one of the mainstays and I'd say top tier women's fighters, but just meeting her in person, I was super disappointed. And finally, the number 1 top grumpiest person at the UFC Fan Expo. This person is not a fighter, but has a huge cult following. It pains me to say this, but I want to make sure that you guys know my experience. The top grumpiest person at the expo was Brittney Palmer. It pains me, it hurts me to say that, because she used to be the favorite ring girl of mine, and I know that there's a lot of fans of hers out there that will tell me to go take a hike, but I had to say it. So as you guys, if you've seen my other videos, you guys know that meeting Brittney was one of my top priorities. It's my friend's birthday. I wanted to get her autograph, get her to make a little inscription, happy birthday, something like that. And finding her was extremely hard. So my first attempt was at the Golden Nugget. Forrest, Griffin, Mighty Mouse, they showed up. Brittney did not show up, and this was Friday on July 4th. The next time I tried to meet her was on Sunday at the Alienware booth. So if you guys can see here on this Alienware right here, so let me just get a little bit closer. So Alienware, she was also signed with Michael Bisping, Jens Pulver, Mir Sadala, and right here, Brittney. So 10:30 to 11:30. And she no-showed for that, and I got her promo, which at least is pretty decent as well. My last attempt was Sunday, getting closer to the end of the day. This was at the, right here, if I can find it, the UFC sponsored photo area. She was signing with Kenda Perez and Jenny Andrade from 2 to 3. So I line up at 1:30. I was about, I'd say maybe 10th in line, and 2 o'clock rolls around. Kenda, Jenny show up on time, start greeting fans and everything. Brittney nowhere to be found. So I was like, great. I'm going to miss Brittney for a third time. My number one goal, not accomplished. 30 minutes later, she strolls on in with her dog, and again, she had the biggest following, and everyone was waiting for Brittney. And I felt bad for the other girls, but they were troopers. They took it in stride. So Brittney comes in with her dog, and her immediate demeanor is just like this coldness. I kid you not. Again, she probably feels, well, maybe she's used to this, but you have all of these men wanting to take pictures of her. They're gawking, they're staring at her, and she's probably thinking perverts. And I don't blame her. But at the same time, you're a ring girl, and your job is to cheer up the fans, look pretty, and be a good ambassador to the UFC. And I did not get that. So when it was my turn to come up and meet her, first off, she does not shake hands. She had her dog on her lap, and I think that was a barrier for her, so she wouldn't have to touch anyone. And she would take pictures, but it's just a very kind of distant kind of interaction, which was unfortunate. And like I said, I told her she's my favorite ring girl and all this other stuff, and I'm sure she heard this stuff 1,000 times and wasn't interested. So I got a autograph for my friend. I asked her to inscribe "Happy Birthday," but she would not do that, unfortunately. The autograph came out nice. I did with a red Sharpie, so it had a little bit of pop there. And then also, I got, you guys probably saw this on my Ariani video, but I got the Palmer right there. So Brittney and Ariani and Brittney right there. I'll get a close-up of that so you guys can see. So the autograph turned out very, very nice. The red definitely pops on the glove. I asked her for another autograph for myself of the promo, and she would not do that either. So I was a little bit bummed out. And again, I was early in line, so it's not like she was tired from signing autographs. But I understand she probably thinks I'm going to sell it on eBay or some other stuff. So whatever. But I got a picture with her. I didn't get to shake her hand or anything, or give her a hug, or any of the stalkerish stuff that I wanted to do. But disappointed, to say the least. So Ariani is my new favorite ring girl. Much more pleasant. If you guys saw that video, you'll see what I mean. Just super nice and warm and outgoing, and Brittney was just cold and distant. So anyways, it killed me a little bit inside to do this video on Brittney, Liz, and Forrest, but I wanted you guys to have a full idea of the UFC Fan Expo, both good and bad. Let me know if I'm right or if I'm off base with my comments. I love to hear your opinions about meeting these personalities and whatnot. And again, everyone that I'm talking about today at least showed up to the Fan Expo. There's a lot of fighters that will not show up and do these events, so I do appreciate them for that. But next time, turn on the smiley faces, turn on the charm, and meet and greet these fans that have been waiting for you. So anyways, visit me at theflyingarmbar.com. I look forward to your guys' comments, and UFC Superfan out.